I am way behind on posting my monthly budget reports, but that doesn't mean we didn't actually do a budget. October's up next, so stick around to see how we did. Hi friends, I'm Jen with the Budget Bounce. We use a budget to tell our money what to do, including bouncing debt out the door. We share our ups and downs from living life on a budget and tackling a $252,000 mountain of stupid debt. If you'd like to follow us on our journey and learn more about living life on a budget, being intentional with your money, and making your money work for you, then click on that subscribe button down below and be sure to tap on the bell so you'll get notifications every time I post a new video. You can also find me on Instagram. Just look for the Budget Bounce. So let's jump in and see how we did in October. We had a total of about $8,900 to work with this month, and that included $131 from sinking funds, plus one check with my new raise on it. So I realize I'm a little delayed in posting this, but if you follow me on Instagram, or if you did back in the fall, you saw that I got a huge raise at work, which is such an amazing blessing for our family. It was just over $8,000 annually, and that puts an extra $450 in our income that I report here each month. And let me tell you guys, I work really hard at my job because I love it, but in 2017 and 2018, my entire team had to work harder and maintain an exceptional level of focus for a long period of time, months, as we worked through the biggest software implementation and process optimization I have done in my 21-year career in human resources. I made sure that the project team members who are on my team received a bump that recognized this year's work for them, and I was extremely pleased when I received the same from my manager. So that gave us just under $8,900, like I said, to work with this month. Next up is giving, and our total giving came in $10 under at $105 for the month, which included finishing up birthdays. So if you recall, Matt has a birthday at the very end of September, and Henry has his birthday 1 week later at the beginning of October. So this was getting all of that wrapped up. And then when you look at housing, we were right on target with that at $1,920 and change. We are loving the lower mortgage payment that started in October of 2018. And you can see it was time for our quarterly city utilities payment as well. So this is only paid in January, April, July, and October. This was $99 less than last quarter, which I attribute to less people living in the house. Since the kids moved out in August of 2018, we had a full quarter, about half the quarter that they were not here, and it just makes a difference. You have more people, it costs more. Our mobile devices bill was atrocious at $492.86. This was the first month with all 5 of us on the plan where the AT&T discounts no longer applied. So this was my parents, and then me, Matt, and Henry. This is 5 phones with unlimited data plus 3 tablets and a wearable. Yikes. Thank goodness I get a stipend from work to help with this, but it doesn't go nearly as far as the discounts did it doesn't go nearly as far now that the discounts are gone. That's what I was trying to say. So yeah, this is full blown. This is what it costs without the employee discounts, and it is not pretty. In transportation, we came in under on gas in October, which was awesome since we actually made a trip to my sister's in Des Moines, which is about 300 miles round trip. We came in under budget at $582.14 total for the transportation category. And then with food, I was so pleased that we came in under on groceries, but we did go over in dining. We ended up stopping for dinner on the way to my sister's, and that's what pushed us over the top. For groceries, I asked Matt to cook from the pantry for the whole first week of October because of how the mortgage and some other large debts fall, along with birthday expenses. We were down to under $200 in the checking account, which makes me incredibly uneasy. And Matt cooked from the pantry, and that's why we came in so much under on groceries. So we were under total in food by $78 and change. So there's not really anything exciting to report in entertainment. We had the same expenses we always do. The $24.85 for DirecTV is going to stay until they realize that Matt no longer works for them, and it goes up to the normal price. But in the meantime, we're paying under $25 a month for that, and we still have Hulu, Netflix, our HP Inc., and our monthly Cinemark subscription. So we came in right on target at $68.06. For insurance, we didn't have any surprises. We came right in on budget at $928.18, but it was open enrollment at my job, so there will be some changes coming. Because of my raise, I qualified for an increase in my short-term disability enrollment, so that will increase premiums. And then on the flip side of that, I took our accident coverage down to a lower level coverage that will cost $18 to $20 per month less. Because of how my checks hit, we won't see the full effect until December. So pets spiked this month because both cats were due for their annual checkup and shots, and our dog was long overdue for a dental cleaning. We do have a pause plan for her. It's like a pet insurance plan that covers the basic cleaning, but it doesn't cover extractions, and she had to have 8 teeth pulled, my poor baby. So without the pause plan, that surgery would have cost us about $600 all by itself. You can see that it was a huge cost savings at the time of the surgery. Last year, things were so bad in October that I didn't even take the cats in for their annual checkups and shots in October of 2017. It was the first time ever, and they are 9 and 10 years old. I will never skip again because they are way too important to us. But overall, you can see that we came in $11.24 under what we budgeted, even with the $365 in vet bills. So we were pretty pleased with that. For health, we planned on $30 and came in right on target for the health expenses for October. And because I'm not actively using Weight Watchers, I'm considering dropping that for now. We went over again in extras in October, and part of that was because for equipment for videos, I still couldn't use it because neither of my cameras were compatible. And we had another unexpected expense with Owen's Place, which is my husband's resale business. Amazon was over by $26.71 too. So we are still catching up our technology since changing phones, and that's what most of that was. I needed to get Henry's food service account loaded up, but it wasn't quite enough to get him through the end of the semester. And I had my hair and brows done this month. While I pay for my haircuts, I only get them once every 10 weeks. If I miss one, that's a long time to go without a haircut. And while some people with long hair go months and months and months without a cut, I'm not one of the people that can do that. Next up in crap, I forgot about that, is our security subscription for our computers and our phones. I did actually get a heads up about this in September, so I did know that it was coming, but I put it in that line item because, you know, that's more fun. Anyhow, in envelopes, you can see that we came in under by $54. We went over in entertainment due to our outing to Wildlife Prairie Park for Henry's birthday. So it was actually the Wildlife Scary Park the day that we went because it was towards the end of October. We were under in miscellaneous, and we didn't have to buy any toiletries in October. So overall, we ended up coming in being under by $59.51. In sinking funds, we came in right on target at $455 for the month. We are still saving for my parents' 50th wedding anniversary at this point in October. The celebration was in November. We were going to be celebrating Thanksgiving weekend with my sister's family, so we weren't putting anything in clothing, Christmas, or gifts through the end of the year. And we didn't put anything into pets, travel, or vacation in October either. Pets was because we spent it all. The others are on hold for the time being while we get caught up on some other things. So you can see here, I know my picture here is over some of it, but you can see here total that we came in right on target, and we're up to $3,680.97 at the end of October in our sinking funds. In debts, we paid extra toward our smallest debt, leaving it at $59 here. This was a medical bill. Before I go any further, you can see these are all the things that we've paid off prior to coming into the end of October. So Our next debt that we planned on tackling was the hybrid medical bill. These are both highlighted in yellow, and it's because I have to call to make payments for them. The hybrid medical payment was scheduled to be paid off by the end of the year. That was our plan. Everything else was as we planned, except for the care credit. And so let me scroll down a little bit here for you. What I've discovered is that Midland is taking $25 twice a month, and honestly, that's okay. That one ends up being $25 over. I'm just going to leave it that way because it's still going to debt. It doesn't matter where the $25 goes at this point. I'm just going to leave it. Overall, we came in under budget by $97.80. Let me scroll up just a little bit more here for you. Whoops, I jumped really far. I apologize for all the scrolling. So we came in, let's see here, just under budget by $97.80, which I carried over to November. So $97.80 total. We paid $3,022.90 towards debt in the month of October. Overall, October had some bumps in the road, but it was okay. I was just feeling frustrated by how little we were paying towards our debts. We are barely covering the minimums at this point, and that's not what I wanted to be doing. I was really itching to get some of these off of the list already. So our total debt paid off so far as of the end of October was $14,910. And I was already starting to think about our goals for 2019 at that point and how we could get a much bigger number to get some traction. So here you can see this is where we started. And actually since the end of October, I have done some new calculations and figured out that there were some things that were missing off the list at the beginning, which I identified when I did our debt confession video. I'll put a card up here in the corner here for you if you'd like to watch it, but we're actually at $252,000 and change. So anyhow, at this point we had paid off $14,910, and I just wanted to be able to pay more. So how did your October go? When you got to the end of the month, did you do a budget in October? Did you stick to it? Did you have any wins or fails you'd like to share? So we'd love to hear from you. So tell us all about it in the comments. And the wins and fails can be from any time. It doesn't have to be from October. So show some love if you like this video by clicking the like button below. And don't forget to subscribe below and turn on the notifications by clicking the bell. I appreciate all of you and your patience as I work through everything that was going on in the fall. And then the November budget is going to be coming up very soon. So that's all I've got for you today. Until next time.